This stage ended a lot better for me. Furia looks dangerously close to being major winners. Liquid did end up down here, not surprised. Then, honestly, the last thing to do was to expect some of the top teams to advance, which is pretty much what happened. If my calculation is correct, I'd say around 20 to 30% of everyone's pick'ems managed to complete this stage. Stage 2 was probably closer to 10%, being the hardest one, and stage 1 was also around 20 to 30%. Let me know how it went for you guys, if you managed to complete this stage, or if you've somehow managed to complete all 3, because that would be insane. Let's move on to the playoffs right after Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey's Christmas event is live, an automated trading site with a 35% bonus on every cash deposit and $5 free on your first $100 trade. Your first free skin can be claimed just by signing in through Steam. If you keep trading, you'll unlock more gifts. There's also Santa's Christmas raffle with daily gifts like increased deposit bonuses, XP, and tickets for a big giveaway. So make sure you click the link in my description to check out Skins Monkey and the event happening right now. The major this time is really following the script since we only have the big names left for the playoffs. Usually there's a surprise team in here, but this time there really isn't. Star Ladder could not have asked for a better promo. So let's start with the first quarterfinal, which is Spirit versus Falcons. This is obviously an explosive matchup full of talent. Here's the thing, Spirit are really coming in strong, and Donk looks unstoppable with his 1.73 rating. He's basically above mortals. Falcons are also looking really good as well. Strong individual performance, but they're still chaotic under pressure and able to lose important rounds. Because of Spirit's recent form, it feels more likely to me that they'll win against Falcons based on this matchup alone, but regarding the circumstances, I actually think Falcons can show even better form during the playoffs. Spirit could very well run through Falcons here, but I'm still gonna go with Falcons. Next up, Vitality versus the Mongols. Vitality are still a top tier team with multiple titles this year. I really think they'll win this one. But the Mongols have shown great success and also great form with their new pickup. They've beat Liquid, FaZe, and G2 to reach playoffs. They are good. But if I had to pick one team to advance, I'd still have to stick with Vitality. Next match, Furia versus Na'Vi. Na'Vi are always well prepped and great at reading opponents, but it doesn't matter if you can read Furia because they're not giving anyone a chance to say anything. They also beat this team 13-2 in a BO1, and that's against Na'Vi. Most teams can't even get close to that kind of dominance right now, and I don't see it stopping here either, so I'm going with Furia. Then we have Mouse versus FaZe, which I think is a really hard game to predict because of FaZe. Performance-wise, they look very similar right now, and I think this is going to end with all 3 maps. But if I had to pick, I would still have to put Mouse here. FaZe is one of the best at adapting to other teams they play against and finding ways to make individual plays work in their favor. I just think Mouse has a real chance of proving themselves, so I'll stick to them. Now, assuming my picks are right, the first semi would be Falcons versus Vitality. Here's where I think most of you would go with Falcons to win, or even Spirit if you chose them. But if I had to choose, I'd still go with Vitality. I feel like even with Falcons or Spirit, I would still rely more on the individual players of Vitality, what they've shown to us in the past, and rely on individual experience and how they're just so good individually. I don't think they're completely gone as other people might think. Then for the other semis, if Furia faces Mouse or even FaZe, I honestly think Furia could end up beating both these teams 2-0. I could be wrong, but I am going to put Furia here. And if the major finals ends up with Vitality versus Furia, or even Furia versus Spirit, or even Falcons, if you believe in that, I still think Furia is showing very little weakness across all maps they're playing right now. They've got the tactical depth, everyone is firing off. It just feels like nothing can stop them right now. So I am effectively putting Furia to win the whole thing. But let me know what you guys picked and how your predictions turned out. I'll see you after the major. Peace.